no settling down. My text go, you scream, you know better than that. I come around when you least expect me. I'm sitting at the bar when your glass is empty. You thinking that the song's coming on and
What's going on, Clan fam? Back at it again with some more NBA 2K19 MyGM mode. And we're sitting here with Tex Towers. Time for some lunch. He invited us out for lunch. Probably going to have a little Salisbury steak, a little lobster bisque. Shout out to my lobster bisque people out there. Lobster bisque is great. You got to try it. Anyways, let's get into it. Thanks for breaking some bread with me, Gabe. I like to get to know my dance partner before we hit the floor. I'm right there with you, Tex. Peachy. Now let me ask you something. What do you reckon my aim is here? What do you think motivates me to do all of this? Nice voice crack there, Tex. I really like it. I don't know if I can speak to your motivation per se, but if I had to guess, I'd say you're someone who likes to take on new challenges. Someone who doesn't shy away from competition. And running an NBA franchise, well, that's just about as big a challenge as there is, and as competitive an industry as they come. That's mostly right, Gabe, but mostly only counts in horseshoes and hay pies. You're missing one key ingredient, the thing that makes the entire world go round. You know what that is? Why don't you tell me, sir? Please, call me Tex, but alright, if you want to play coy with me, I'll just come right out and say it. It's all about the money, Gabe. It's all about the Benjamins. I want as many of those grade A Uncle Sam approved tamales as I can possibly get my mitts on. I like the game alright. It's a fine game, but I want to impress upon you in as concrete terms as I'm capable of that this is a business venture for me. And I expect to make a pretty penny on this thing. It's no secret what NBA teams are going for these days, and it's only going up. If I understand my history right, the fellas in New York City haven't been a very good basketball team since the 1990s. Yet, Forbes magazine says they're worth about $3.6 billion. I want a first-class seat on that gravy train, Gabe. We all need money. I love how Gabe just says one little sentence. Like, his answer is just one small sentence. You're tootin', we do, and I intend on getting my fair shake. I don't know if you know this about me, Gabe, but I like to think big. This is about a whole lot more than a basketball team. I intend to set myself up a little king. I'm talking about a total takeover of a downtown area. We're gonna put those city slickers in LA to shame when we're done setting up shop. That's a lot of work, Tex. You gotta get zoning ordinance changed. You gotta buy property from entrenched owners. Speak with your words. That's what I do. I make deals. I get things done and I get them done Texas style. Yeehaw! We're gonna build up the land around the area, turn it in one of the happening places to be, and I'm gonna rake in all the profits, hand over hand. Sounds like you got it all figured out then. I can't do it without the help of some mighty fine people, of course, and that's where you come in. From an operations perspective, I need you to keep costs down as much as possible. I need you to keep our overhead to an absolute minimum. If we're going to make a good return on this thing, we got to do it the right way. The road to profitability is lined with fiscal prudence. Like my great-grandpappy used to say, you can't pluck a goose against the grain. You understand what I'm trying to tell you here, Gabe? I don't understand a damn word that is coming out of your mouth. Alright, we got an option here. You got it? I'll do my best. Gotta spend money to make money. You know what? I'm not going to try and make this guy mad right off the bat. We're going to go with you got it. Also, I'm sick of hearing this guy in the background say, wow. Just listen to him. Loud and clear, Tex. Luckily, your goals and my goals align perfectly. The only thing I want to do is build a winner, and winners in this league make money. Making the playoffs is a huge boon to the bottom line for the gate receipts alone. But then you got merchandising, extra TV revenue, the whole thing. If you win, you make more money. Simple as that. Might cost you a little extra in player salary, but believe me when I tell you, it's worth it. I reckon I'll have to trust you on that one. Don't go too crazy though, alright? At the end of the day, I want my profit and loss sheet looking cleaner than a lake with no loons. Speak English! Parenthesis, is that a parenthesis? What is that? Bracket, +1 insight, period. Bracket. NBA expansion press conference. Press conference, Friday, August 12th. Okay. Oh, God, no, please, no, no, no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I just want to reach across his freaking table and punch that freaking Andrew Sanderson right in his... It's not even a beard. I don't know what that is. I want to start things off by welcoming everyone in attendance today. This is truly an exciting day in the history of the Seattle Supersonics organization. Not just for me and our staff, but for the city and fans as well. I'm beyond thrilled to announce that we've come to terms on a deal for a new general manager of the Seattle Supersonics. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, for the love of God. He's someone you should all be familiar with by now. My son, the young but extremely talented Andrew Sanderson. Talented? Really? We have full confidence that now is the right time for Andrew to take control of basketball operations, and we're 100% committed to his success. With the entire organization in alignment, from me to Andrew on down, I know great things are on the horizon for the Supersonics. Okay, let's open the floor up to questions. I have a question. What the fuck are you thinking? Nathan Melbourne says, "Hi, Andrew." Hi there. I'd like to start by just getting your general thoughts on the situation. This situation is awkward. My general thoughts? Well, obviously I'm extremely excited about tackling this challenge, but first I'd like to take a moment to thank the truly inspirational Gabe Horn for all help he's given me throughout my career. Without him, I don't know where I'd be today. I fired your ass. I fired you. I really mean that. He's given me everything he's got to give. All the wisdom, all the love, and I feel really, truly blessed to call him my mentor. He's a hero to a lot of us in this business. I've been unbelievably fortunate to have had an opportunity to work side by side with a living legend. You're a liar. Gabe, any thoughts on Andrew's comments? I don't have a damn word to say. Shakes head no. Look at my face. Look at Bob's face. Look at Andrew's face. Look at Tex. He's shocked. He's like, did he really not say anything? After the press conference, limousine. You want me to let you in on a little secret, Gabe? Is it still a secret if Bob and Andrew are here? Oh, this is going to be good. You got me there, kid. Sharper than a rattlesnake with a razor blade, this one is. Anywho, you know by now that Bob recommended you for the job, of course, but what you might not know is he's the one that talked me into this whole racket to begin with. If it weren't for a little bit of idle chit-chat on the back nine of Augusta last June, I might not have ever gotten into the basketball business. Is that right? Right as rain, fella. You know as well as I do that Bob's mighty persuasive once he's set to yammering about something, and he did it. I can't stop laughing. He did an absolutely bang-up job on selling me on the future of this here league. Now at this point you might be thinking that the time for collaboration with old Bob here is over. We've got our separate teams, we go our separate ways, but the way I see it, I think we might be able to come to some sort of an arrangement that could be mighty advantageous to the whole lot of us. That's a big word for you, Tex. Mind if I jump in here for a minute, Tex? Yes, I do mind, actually. I mind. Loudest bullfrog gets the girl. What does this guy say? Speak English. Right, well, you've known me for a long time now, Gabe, and I think you know that I'm a man who likes to maximize his advantages and minimize his disadvantages. It's an approach that applies to business just as much as it applies to basketball. Losing you? No, you're not losing me. Dick. That's a big disadvantage. One that I like to minimize. Oh, I get what he's saying. Like, losing me is... Okay, never mind. But there's another way to look at it, too. And that's the flip side of this coin, which is you going to work with our good friend Tex could be a major advantage for everyone involved. I'm listening. So wait, So... Bob now has his own team. Bob now has the Seattle Supersonics. So Bob sold the Bulls back to Eugene, went and created the Seattle Sonics. Okay, that makes more sense. What I'm proposing is, in essence, a strategic alliance. Is this legal? Are we allowed to do this? Like I said, it'll hurt to lose you, that's undeniable, but if we act with our two best interests in mind, whenever possible, it'll really help us get a leg up on the competition in a league where everyone sees everyone else as the enemy. Oh, I see you as an enemy. He's 100% right, Gabe, but before we go any further, I want to address, the elephant in the room. This isn't going to work if we're not brutally honest with each other. So yeah, I know that you and I didn't get along very well last season. You got that right, you piece of crap. You bird beak looking freak. That would be an accurate statement. Hey, I'm not trying to deny it, but I think now's a good chance for us to turn over a new leaf. Holding grudges isn't healthy, in personal life or in business. If you miss out on an opportunity because you're holding a personal grudge, it'll only hurt you in the long run, especially in business. If there's a deal to be made, money to be gained, you're only hurting yourself if you turn it down. Don't tell me what to do. All that being said, I'd like for us to move past last year and focus on the future. If you and I just forget about everything that's happened and look at how we can improve our teams moving forward, I think you'll see that forming a strategic alliance is the move that makes the most sense for everyone involved. So what do you think? Do you think we could move on together, looking out for each other whenever we possibly can? You know what? Maybe Andrew has grown. Maybe he's grown as a person. And you gotta think, I was pretty petty too at some points. Like, I invited him over to possibly hire him back, and then I told him that I had better things to do and told him to go back home. But he's such a freaking jerk. Yeah, no. I appreciate that, Andrew, and I can see where you're coming from, but the way I've always looked at things is that everyone on my team is family, and everyone outside of that, well, they're the enemy. It's not that I wish you harm exactly, but I don't see us working together going forward. There's too much at stake, and I care too much about building a winner to let anything get in my way. That's the only way I know how to do things, and it's gotten me this far, so I've got to stick to it. Sorry, kid, but you're on your own. +1 boldness. Pro-Am Arena. Talk turkey with me, Gabe. Who do we got our eyes on for this 2K what's-a-doozy? The 2K Hoops Summit? That's right. Who's the big hombre on campus? Not every cowboy can ride the bull, I take it. You're not 100% caught up with your scouting reports, Tex. Shame on you. Not as yet. Nah, not as of yet, I'm afraid. A man in my position only has so much time, and the rooster crows whether or not the mule's at the till. I'm just messing with you, Tex. It's my job to keep track of this stuff, not yours. But since you're asking, let me get you up to speed. I'll give you a quick rundown of the top 8 players in the draft, so you can sound like you know what you're talking about when you're with your golfing buddies. I prefer fly fishing, but that would be mighty kind of you. Good to know. Now, right at the very top, you got Luka Doncic, Slovenian point guard, and a small forward's body. Preternatural feel for the game. I've never seen that word in my life. Plays in the most competitive league outside the NBA and is doing things nobody has done in that league at his age. Not the most explosive athlete in the world, but some players just have it, and this kid's got it. If you watched him play, you'd think he's a seasoned vet, not a 19-year-old, which is what he is. Then we got Jaren Jackson out of Michigan State, 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan, and has got all the tools you'd want out of a modern big. Very young for his class, has a lot of room to grow, but has the look of a top-flight small ball 5 with his playmaking, shooting, and versatile defense. I think we're going to go with Jaren Jackson, honestly. We have a top 5 pick, I think. After that, you got some combination of DeAndre Ayton, Michael Porter, and Trae Young. You like wings, bigs, or guards? I like my wings from Buffalo and my guards burly. Ha ha ha. I can see I'm driving the bus here. That you most definitely are, Gabe. Let's talk about Trae Young. I'm not drafting Trae Young. Whatever they tell me, whatever they say, whatever they think, I will not draft Trae Young. Top point guard prospect in the draft. Showed unbelievable range at Oklahoma last year and put up one of the most impressive offensive seasons in NCAA history. Trailed off a bit once the defenses figured out that nobody on his team could help him. Exactly. Oh, how hard is it to guard one guy on a team? But his court vision and shooting have a chance to be elite at the next level. Only concern with him is his body. Bit of a slight guy who figures to have trouble guarding people at the next level and can struggle to finish at the rim. Then we got DeAndre Ayton, who honestly some people see as the top prospect. I like Jackson. Hey, look at this. I like Jackson better, but Ayton is a physical freak. Think David Robinson or Dwight Howard. Built like the Terminator, but light on his feet. Has a full array of post moves, passes well out of the double team, jumps out of the gym, and finishes with power and finesse. Concerns with him are his questionable basketball IQ and skill fit in the modern NBA. Will his post-game work in some of the more progressive offenses where post-play has been de-emphasized? Rounding out the top 5, we got Michael Porter Jr. Nope, nope, nope. Coming into this year, he was considered a possible #1 pick, but he hurt his back and barely played at Missouri, so we don't have much tape on him outside of high school against inferior competition. Still, he's got a skill set compared to Kevin Durant, if not quite the same caliber. 6'10", great shooter, fluid in the open court, nice touch and feel for the game. Yeah, give me a couple more. I'm feeling mentally spry. Alright, let's talk about Marvin Bagley. 6'11", center out of Duke, athletic freak, fluid, explosive, can leap with the best of them. Kind of an Amari Stoudemire type. Not a great creator in his own right, so you need to set him up for success in the right system with the right players. But in that system and with those players, he's got the potential to be deadly. Some people like his teammate Wendell Carter Jr. even more. Just a really well-rounded player. Might be a little undersized at center at 6'10", and isn't necessarily an impressive athlete, but like Doncic, the kid knows how to play. Does a little bit of everything and does it all pretty well. Finally, you've got Mikal Bridges, a 3-and-D wing out of Villanova. I like Mikal Bridges. He's a good player. A 3D wing like IMAX? 3-and-D means he specializes in three-point shooting and playing lockdown defense. Much obliged. He's a polarizing pick. Most people don't see him as a star, but his boosters think he's the kind of guy who can take a team with an already established star to the next level. He has the ability to guard 1 through 3 and knock down outside shots in a variety of situations. Catch and shoot, off the dribble, coming around screens. He's a good place to stop for now, actually, because after him it starts to get a little murky, but I tend to side with people who put him in the upper tier. He's a little older than some of these guys, but he improves every year, and I think he'll keep at it. What do you need to be sure about someone like Mikal? I want to make sure you have every advantage. A head scout to start. Have you made any progress there? That's all you, son. Like I said, I'm staying out of basketball affairs. Oh, what a great owner. I own a basketball team, but I'm going to have nothing to do with anything. Carve some time out when you get back from the 2K Hoop Summit to round out your staff. You have my blessing to pursue whomever you see as most fit. Sounds good to me. I'll get right on that as soon as I'm back. You ever heard the expression, you can't put the cart before the horse, Gabe? I actually have heard that one. Of course, Tex. That's not just a Texas thing. Fantastic. Then you won't find it peculiar that I'm starting to get mighty antsy about not having a home for our team yet. That's not my problem. Would be right strange to start a season without a home, wouldn't it? I reckon it'd be near unprecedented. I'm working on it, Tex, but I'm sure you understand the magnitude of the decision to be made here. Why is the general manager deciding where the team plays? That makes zero sense. There are an unbelievable number of factors to consider, and I've got to do my due diligence. That may be, Gabe. That may be, but I'd like to impress upon you one more time the importance of setting us up right smack dab in the middle of a big old honking metropolitan downtown, somewhere we can benefit from the business already in the area, and where we can build up our own holdings and benefit off the business of our organization will bring to the situation. That ought to boil down the stew quite a bit, wouldn't you say? Good Lord. Alright, we got a decision. Downtown it is. I totally get you, Tex. I'll do what's best for a chip. Big cities attract big free agents. Big cities attract big free agents. That is true. Except when you're Chicago, then you can't get anybody. Downtown it is. Read you loud and clear, boss. Going forward, I'll only look at downtown metropolitan areas. Dinner with oh God, please no. Let's not do this. Man, I am starving. Went for a really long rollerblade sesh this morning. Oh my God. A rollerblade sesh. You're still doing that? You're 40 years old and you're still doing that? Well, he's probably not 40. No, he's right out of college. You're 26 and still rollerblading? Come on, guy. Why wouldn't I be? I could give you a couple reasons. You always did have a good sense of humor, even when things weren't working out how you hoped. I admire that about you. No words. Look, I know we're not on great terms right now. I get it. And I'm sure you know that my dad wants us to get along better. What? Why do I need to get along with you or your dad? Alright, well, I want you to know that this isn't about that. It's not professional courtesy either. I know I made some mistakes with how I handled things last year. Agreed. Monosyllabic responses. Oof. Look, I'm young and I make mistakes, and I'm going to try and right wrongs, Gabe. What I'm trying to do here is apologize. No tricks or ulterior motives. You're the better man, and by your example and learning, I'm also trying to grow. I recognize that I was in the wrong, and I want to do what I can do to make it right. Not for my dad, not for my team, but for me. Maybe that's a bit selfish, but I'm trying to work on myself, and, well, I want to do what I can to repair our relationship. Well, that's actually pretty mature of you, Andrew. It takes more than a few words to mend the bridges you've burned, but a heartfelt apology is a pretty good first step. I'm glad to hear it, and I plan on more than a few words to show you my sincerity. Do you remember Steven? Oh no. Analytics guy? Yeah, that's right, the Harvard whiz kid. He's cooking up some stuff for us that I'd be happy to share with you if you're interested. I can forward you a couple documents when I get back to the office. I have a feeling is this illegal? Are we allowed to, like... Well, whatever. I'm a little wary of the no free lunch of it all, to be honest. What do you want from me? Nothing. Like I said, I'm just trying to say I'm sorry. I think we both know actions speak louder than words in this business. Can't disagree with you there. Great. So I'll be in touch with those reports, give you some time to think things over, and maybe at some point you'll change your mind about me. I respect you too much, and it really hurts. Well, it really hurts me what's happened to our relationship. You're the one that did it. I can't promise you anything. No promises needed or expected. Like I said, I'll send you those reports. I'll send you those reports with no strings attached. It's just a small token to let you know I'm sorry, and hopefully you'll come around. Hiring the staff. Okay. Daryl Swift. What's up, Gabe? Who the hell is this? Daryl, baby, you got a minute? Did I catch you at an okay time? Oh, you know, just putting up a couple shots, same as it ever was. Thought you sounded out of breath. You need a few minutes to get your wind, old man? I may not be in NBA shape anymore, but I'll still beat you up and down the court, Gabe. You don't want it with this, Daryl. I can still get up there, and I'd really hate to embarrass you. You gotta put some money where that mouth is, buddy. Just name a time and place, and I'll be there to shut you up. How about before your first practice as head coach? Get those rickety old muscles warm before you get to work on your squad. You serious? Absolutely. You serious? Yeah, I'm serious. My man, that's what's up. Shanghai Arcade. Alright guys, well, I'm going to end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed. A lot of talking right now. There's not really anything going on. Kind of trying to mend bridges and stuff like that. But keep on the lookout. I'm going to be uploading this all freaking day. So be on the lookout. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share either. I haven't been saying share. Share it. Let the people see it. Anyways, I will see you guys on another time. Peace.